3-minute clip this week. A couple key things to point out, but one in particular is the emotional connection needed in the game. I think one of the big mistakes we make in youth sports today is we completely undervalue play that is really inconsequential, that it's not really getting you anywhere. You're not trying to go someplace. You're just tinkering with the game. You're experimenting. You're trying new things like left-handed scoop layups that you might airball, as you see there. And you don't get the foul call, but it's not that big a deal because the championship's not on the line or standings aren't on the line. The ability to connect to the game on an emotional level, on a fun level. I speak as a pro who I played the game seriously for almost 20 years. And one of the things I realized at the end of my career is that I wasn't spending enough time playing the game just to play the game. And even worse, I lost the ability to do so. And that might sound sad, but I just forgot what it was like to just play a pickup game for its own sake. I had been a pro for so long. I was working out to improve. I was working out to get better. I was working out to get ready for the season, and you name it. I really lost that, and I had to fight for it throughout seasons and in practices because you're talking about 9-10 month seasons. And one of the things I often say to people is that we often act like we want our kids to be pros, and the pros are wishing they could be like kids again. And it's more important for our kids to do what the pros did when they were kids than it is for them to do what the pros are doing now. And we often get that wrong. And the pros do need to connect on an emotional level and play and stretch their boundaries and have fun. That's why you see them playing pickup in the summer. They want to try new things. That's what keeps them interested. That's what keeps them going. That's even more true for young kids, especially into high school, but even through high school. There's a need to just emotionally tinker with the game and experiment and have fun and try some different things that you haven't tried or that maybe even you shouldn't try. But you got to have the space to do so, and that's what this is about. You can tell kids are running up and down freely. They're going for new things. They're not afraid to try new things. I think they're still competing hard, and it might not be the highest level of competition out there, but it's still effective because it gives them the space to connect to the game on an emotional level. And that's something that emotional is often more important than technical. And we forget that so easily. But we got to keep it in mind at all times. One last thing is just in order to connect emotionally, you have to be able to stretch. To keep kids interested in a game, they can't keep doing the same things all the time. They can't just keep playing to their strengths. They need strengths. But if all they do is always play to their own strengths, eventually they'll get a little bit bored. It sometimes just gets too easy. They have to do something to keep themselves interested. So having the space to try the floaters or the threes or the latest move they've seen on TV, knowing that, it might not work, but they have the space to go for it, it's more important than we think. So quick 3-minute thought today. As always, thankful for the game.